There is a recurring nightmare about the modern economy, a future where intelligent machines master complex tasks, stripping the human worker out of the equation. Current data points toward a restructuring of the labor market. The focus of economists has shifted from total job disappearance to the way work is being reassigned across different sectors. This transition is modeled as a labor J-curve. It maps an initial period of job displacement that eventually leads to a net positive growth in employment as new industries reach maturity. Surviving the drop requires understanding why certain roles plummet while others are positioned to climb. Organizations like BCG evaluate vulnerability by filtering work through a specific rubric. They score roles based on process structure and the requirement for nuanced human interaction or judgment. Roles built on highly repetitive execution, like manual testing or basic data entry, score low on interaction and high on structure. These are the positions currently sliding down the curve. This table identifies specific displacement rates forecasted for 2026. Entry-level technical support faces a 38% reduction, while manual QA testing loses nearly 1 million jobs. The graph below shows the employment flux. This downward dip represents companies automating routine logic to reduce overhead. When tasks are governed strictly by rule-based documentation, they are inevitably reassigned to algorithms, forcing the economy into the bottom of the J-curve. Essentially, the cost of executing these routine tasks drops to a near-zero level. This is the structural bottom of the curve. The path back up is determined by demand elasticity. This principle dictates whether an industry shrinks or expands as its production costs fall. Call centers occupy a fixed demand market. Because the volume of support requests doesn't significantly change based on price, automation simply allows companies to service the same demand with fewer human workers. Insurance and wealth management represent the elastic path. Lowering the cost of distribution allows these firms to reach previously underserved populations and small businesses that were once too expensive to acquire. This expansion reaches latent consumer demand. As new clients enter the system, the downward employment trend reverses into a sharp upward swing. Cheaper production in these elastic sectors creates a sudden requirement for more human oversight and strategic management to handle the increased scale. This expansion is visible in the physical reality of the heavy manufacturing sector, where automation is changing the daily nature of human work. At ASML, AI-driven agents manage logistics and quality control. This allows the core engineering staff to focus on the high-value integration of complex customer solutions, rather than routine maintenance. BMW uses synthetic datasets to accelerate the design of quality control models. Human technicians remain on the assembly line for complex tasks, while the systems surrounding them operate at a vastly increased speed. In these environments, AI functions as an augmenter of human judgment. It streamlines the expansive logistical networks that once required manual coordination. Freeing humans from routine optimization provides the energy required to pull the labor market out of the trough. By 2026, the labor market is projected to reach the final upward trajectory of the curve. This chart tracks net job growth across IT subsectors. While 1.8 million routine roles are displaced, the industry is creating 2.3 million specialized positions. Growth is concentrated in new roles like AI ethicists, data curators, and prompt engineers who maintain these systems. Hybrid roles are also expanding. These positions combine deep domain expertise with the technical ability to orchestrate AI tools within specific industries like finance or healthcare. The financial impact of this shift is measurable. Professionals in AI-enhanced roles command salary premiums of 30% or more compared to traditional IT counterparts. The modern economy is prioritizing the worker who can manage artificial intelligence, rather than those attempting to compete with its raw output. This new reality introduces a psychological cost. Historically, workers could balance high-level thinking with low-effort, repetitive tasks that acted as mental breaks. As those routine tasks are automated, the remaining human work is concentrated in problem-solving and strategic decision-making. This creates an environment of continuous cognitive intensity. Thriving in this environment requires deliberate upskilling to handle these intellectual demands. Success depends on the ability to integrate complex inputs without the relief of rote execution. The primary competitive pressure is the ability to manage this cognitive load more effectively than the rest of the market. The advantage belongs to those who can orchestrate these systems to their full potential.